In Shining World Invention Award news from the United Kingdom, Dr. Karthikeyan Kandan, Associate Director of the Institute of Engineering Sciences at De Montfort University, United Kingdom, has developed a revolutionary way to manufacture artificial limbs. The method involves grinding down plastic bottles to create a polyester yarn that is then heated and molded into a prosthetic limb. The artificial arms and legs are not only lighter and stronger, but also a lot more inexpensive to make, at around £10 for an artificial socket compared to the standard price of £5,000. This puts amputees in a far better position to afford the much-needed prosthetics. It is Dr. Kandan's hope that people in developing countries will thus have greater access to them.
So we focused on this research because there are 30 million amputees living in low-income countries. Out of those 30 million amputees, you'll have like 85% of people that don't have access to the first prosthesis. Giving the first prosthesis is very, very important so that they can walk and then they can live their life and then they have the dignity, they can look after themselves. That's the best thing you could do for less able people, I would say. Rather than giving anything, if you give them dignity, then they will live their life on their own and they'll be happier and we will be also happier.
Upon learning about this remarkable development, Supreme Master Ching gladly presented Dr. Karthikeyan Kandan the Shining World Invention Award plus $10,000 to humbly support this eco-pioneering and heart-body comforting invention. She also added, "May heavens inspire you more as you help better our co-citizens' lives in God's abundant grace." Our association members in the United Kingdom cheerfully presented the award letter, crystalline plaque, master's donation, as well as her publications and DVDs to Dr. Kandan.
I'm very pleased and honored to receive this wonderful award from Supreme Master Ching to support and encourage us to help millions of amputees across the world. Thank you so much for your support.
Dr. Kandan also expressed his gratitude for receiving Master's financial contribution.
I'm very pleased and honored to receive the generous support for our work and helping amputees. I'm very, very grateful to Supreme Master Ching for this generous donation. And we would like to use this donation to help few people who can't walk now. They will be walking in future.
We extend our heartfelt congratulations to Dr. Karthikeyan Kandan and send our positive regards to all the people who are benefiting from these innovative prosthetics. May we soon live in an era of peace, prosperity, and abundant health for all in heaven's embrace. For the full presentation of the Shining World Invention Award to Dr. Karthikeyan Kandan, please tune in to our Shining World Awards program at a later date.
Japanese astronomer discovers previously hidden galaxies from the early universe. Dr. Yoshinobu Fudamoto from the National Astronomical Observatory of Japan and Waseda University has discovered 2 previously hidden galaxies while examining data that is outside of the visible spectrum. The galaxies, which formed over 13 billion years ago, were previously not seen because they are surrounded by a layer of dust that absorbs the visible light and hides them from most telescopes. It is estimated they were formed in the early stages of the universe, and potentially 20% of galaxies created during this time may still remain invisible to us. Such fascinating news, Dr. Yoshinobu Fudamoto, on the discovery of these galaxies. In the grace of Buddha, may your ongoing research help to uncover many more invisible mysteries of the magnificent creation we reside in.
First autonomous all-electric go-kart race held in the United States. Purdue University in Indiana, USA, hosted its first ever autonomous all-electric go-kart competition called the EV Grand Prix for high school and collegiate teams globally. It was held at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, dubbed the racing capital of the world. Kennesaw State University's electric vehicle team from Georgia won first place in the autonomous division. Their go-kart, nicknamed Voltron, uses sensors to detect the location of cones along the track, as well as includes dynamic braking and redundant emergency systems. It achieved a track record by completing a lap in 1 minute and 3 seconds, and has been continually improved since its beginnings as a student engineering design project in 2018. The winning team also received the Sportsmanship Award for assisting other competitors on how to improve their own go-karts. Congratulations, Kennesaw State University team! May more youth find joy in activities that push their minds to find creative solutions in the radiance of the Providence.
Sierra Leone ends capital punishment. Sierra Leone's president, His Excellency Julius Maada Bio, recently signed a bill banning the death penalty in the nation following parliamentarians' earlier unanimous support for outlawing the inhumane practice. President Bio praised the decision, saying, "As a nation, we have today exorcised horrors of a cruel past," and also stated that it was Sierra Leone's belief in the sanctity of life that was behind the move. Serious offenders will now face a sentence of at least 30 years in prison. Sierra Leone becomes the 23rd African country to put an end to the death penalty, with that number increasing to 110 nations worldwide. Such wonderful news for Sierra Leone. Our appreciation, Your Excellency Julius Maada Bio and Parliament members. In heaven's merciful love, may goodness and blessings shine on you and the noble-hearted Sierra Leonean people forevermore.
Sikh hikers rescue men stranded in a waterfall pool. 5 Sikh friends were hiking in Golden Ears Provincial Park in British Columbia, Canada, when they heard about 2 men who had slipped on a rock and fallen into a pool by the waterfalls. People nearby asked the group to call emergency services, but they didn't have cell phone service. After walking for 10 minutes to find help, the 5 men came up with the idea to make a rope out of their turbans. They removed their turbans and other articles of clothing, knotted everything together, and created a 10-meter-long makeshift rope that they were able to use to pull the 2 stranded men back to safety. One of the hikers, Kuljinder Kinda, said, "In Sikh, we are taught to help someone in any way we can with anything we have, even our turban." Bless you, Kuljinder Kinda and friends, for your quick thinking and selfless rescue. May our world be filled with more kind people and good deeds that uplift our hearts in divine radiance.
Poland revives vegan cultural roots. According to market research conducted by the German data and analytics firm GfK, the sale of meat in Poland has decreased by 7.5% since 2018, while those of meat substitutes have skyrocketed by 480%. Vegan and vegetarian cuisine in Poland has a long history, with plant-based restaurants existing in Warsaw as far back as the 1800s, as well as a long tradition of observing meat-free days for religious reasons. Today, the trend continues, with the Polish capital consistently being rated as one of the top 10 veg-friendly cities in the world. Polish grocery stores now offer a plethora of plant-based alternatives, with companies like Bezmięsne or Meatless having sprung up in response to the demand. Kudos, Poland! May you continue tapping into your rich cultural heritage to transition to a compassionate and abundant future in God's blessings.
Thai police rescue macaque monkey persons. Police in Thailand carried out a dramatic intervention that saved the lives of 44 people from the long-tailed macaque monkey kingdom who were being smuggled to restaurants in China. Acting on a tip from wildlife conservation personnel, police officers at a roadside checkpoint in the eastern province of Sa Kaeo waved down a suspicious vehicle. The driver sped away, prompting the police to give chase. Soon the suspect vehicle crashed into a traffic sign and the driver fled into the forest. That was when the officers found 25 plastic cases that held the macaque monkey people, who ranged in age from 2 months to 1 year old. The investigation has continued in search of those involved in the smuggling operation, but thanks to the involvement of the police and wildlife officers, the macaque kingdom persons are safe at the Wild Animal Rescue Center in Nakhon Nayok province. Our heartfelt gratitude, all who participated in this wonderful and timely rescue, in celestial splendor, may such protectors of defenseless people from the animal kingdom be greatly rewarded.